This is Waterdeep, the city of splendors, where there are adventures, quests, and gold galore. Welcome to Lords of Waterdeep. Lords of Waterdeep is a worker placement game for 2 to 5 players from Wizards of the Coast. Players will assume the role of lords, completing quests by sending agents out to recruit. Will you be able to become the greatest lord, or will you be left without a piece of gold to your name? Let's find out in Lords of Waterdeep. Place the game board in the center of the table within reach of all players. Each player will choose a player mat and take the corresponding color of agents, corresponding score marker, and the corresponding building control markers. The number of agents you get at the beginning of the game depends on how many players you have. In a 2-player game, you will start with 4 agents. In a 3-player game, you will start with 3 agents, and in a 4 or 5-player game, you will start with 2 agents. Place an additional agent on the corresponding color spot located at the bottom of the board. Place the score markers on the score track in the spot marked with a 0. Place the white ambassador agent and the wooden lieutenant agent at the bottom of the board as well. These do not start in any player's pool, but can be acquired with cards during the game. Place 3 of the red jeweled victory point tokens on each of the spaces of the round track. Shuffle the building tiles and place them in a face-down pile in the building pile location at the bottom right-hand corner of the board. Reveal 3 tiles and place them in their corresponding building tile locations underneath of the Builder's Hall location. Shuffle the Lord cards and deal 1 face-down to each player. Each Lord has a different quest type that will give them extra points at the end of the game. Return the remaining Lords to the box. Shuffle the quest cards and give 2 face-up to each player. Put the rest in a face-down pile on the quest deck location on the board and reveal 4 face-up cards on the 4 spaces of Clipwatch Inn. Shuffle the intrigue cards and deal 2 face-down to each player. Place the rest in a face-down pile on the intrigue deck location near Waterdeep Harbor. The player who has most recently been to another city goes first and receives the first player marker. The starting player will get 4 gold, the player to their left will get 5 gold, and so on until players have all received gold. Place the rest of the gold near the board within reach of all players. Place the adventurer cubes near the game board within reach of all players. Now let's take a closer look at your player mat. Located at the top of the mat is your agent pool. Keep all of your available agents there. To the left are your active quests. This is where you will keep your quests that are in progress. These must be kept face up. To the right are your completed plot quests. These are your completed quests that have continued effect. These are kept face up. At the bottom of the mat are your completed quests. These are kept face down. Your tavern is in the center of your mat. This is where you keep all of your adventure cubes. Finally, at the bottom of the map is where you keep your lord. Place it face down underneath of your mat. Now you are ready to play! Lords of Waterdeep is played over the course of 8 rounds. At the beginning of each round, take the 3 victory point tokens on the corresponding round number and place 1 on each of the building tiles located at the Builder's Hall. If there are any buildings out that have special instructions that are completed at the beginning of the round, do that now. Each player takes 1 turn at a time, starting with the first player and continuing clockwise around the table. During your turn, you can take 2 actions: assign an agent and complete a quest. If you have any agents in your pool, assign them to any unoccupied action space of a building. Buildings can get you new adventurers to complete quests, gold, new quests, intrigue cards, the first player token, and can let you build new buildings. Each building lists exactly what you receive when you place your agent there. For example, if I place my agent at Field of Triumph, I would receive 2 orange fighter cubes. If you have any questions, all of the buildings and their descriptions are listed in your rulebook. Once you have placed your agent, you have the opportunity to complete one of your quests by paying the required adventurers and/or gold. For example, in order to complete this card, I would need 2 white cleric cubes, 1 orange fighter cube, and 2 gold pieces. Quest cards have 5 different types: Arcana, Piety, Skullduggery, Warfare, and Commerce. The different types require different types of resources. The cards will need multiple types of resources, but each type typically always needs a specific resource. The Arcana cards need the purple wizards. The Piety cards need the white clerics. The Skullduggery cards need the black roads. The Warfare cards need the orange fighters. And the Commerce cards can use any, but always require gold. Some adventurers are easy to collect than others. Remember to keep your reward cards in mind when collecting quests and adventurers. When you complete a quest, collect the reward listed and place it either face down in your completed quests or face up in your completed plot quests. The round continues until all players have placed their agents. If anyone placed an agent at Waterdeep Harbor, they will reassign their agents now in the order that they arrived in the harbor. Once the round is complete, return the agents to your pool. Then the player with the first player marker begins the next round. Don't forget to complete the start of round effects. Once you've completed 8 rounds, the game is over. Each player will count up their victory points and move their score marker accordingly. Each adventure in your tavern is worth 1 victory point. Every 2 gold rounded down in your tavern is worth 1 victory point. And then your Lord card will get you the victory points based on the types of quests you completed. The player with the most victory points wins. If there is a tie, the player who has the most gold wins. And that's Lords of Waterdeep.